Hello, my name is Farida, and I talk to Black women about living a life of ease through travel and remote work. I just started up this video, and my community lawn guys decided they wanted to mow the lawns and come into my patio area and really get it nice and perfect at this exact time. I am on the clock, but I had a little bit of time to give an important announcement. I have gotten some steps done in the Grenada Citizenship process. I'm holding myself accountable, continuing to move forward, and one great thing is that our friend in Grenada, R, has obtained my mother's birth certificate original document. Because the mail system is so bad in Grenada, she refuses to mail it to us. So somebody is going to deliver it to the UK or the US on their next visit. It's all very mysterious, all very magical, but I'm just so happy. It is on the way. And my mom is also getting excited. So she's working to get she already has her citizenship, but she's working to get her passport. And the second announcement is that I had a really deep, in-depth talk with my Auntie A, and she has built a beautiful house in Grenada. Sadly, my uncle passed away right before she finished the process of citizenship, but the house is almost done, and she is just a wonderful resource, helping me understand the process, best practices, and also knowing that she is going to be out there it brought tears to my eyes because, going is great, but when you're all by yourself and nobody's visiting for a while, it can get pretty depressing, especially if you haven't made friends yet. So knowing that she's heading out around the same time that is my goal to head out is such a solace and such a comfort, as well as just the wonderful tips and advice and resources she gave me. So the first thing I asked her is, do you suggest that I continue with this process on my own and just, with family help, or do you suggest I get an attorney? And she definitely suggested an attorney. She gave me 2 great recommendations. She would have given me 3, but one of them is now the Prime Minister of Grenada. So, wow, huge. One of her attorneys is now, leading the country. So I'm sure he won't be available. So just having that information there, and the next step that I'm holding myself accountable to is reaching out to those attorneys, getting their fees, seeing what their what their retainer fee is, and getting started. So I'm super excited about that. The next thing I asked her is, how long did the process take for her to get her citizenship? Now, granted, it was citizenship by marriage and not descent, but, just give me a timeline about how long it took. And she told me it took her about 1.5 years to finalize the process. So, yeah, knowing that now, I'm not going to feel like I'm behind schedule. If it turns out to be 1.5 to 2 years, I'll feel like, okay, this is how the system goes, and I'm right on track. So that was great. Also, I asked her about, the cost of living. And she explained how, when you do things locally, it's very cheap. housing. Getting her hair done is way cheaper. Getting massages is way cheaper. About half the price of you would get here in the US. However, anything you need to import is going to be up to triple the amount of what it will cost here. So a strategy of, visiting, when you come and visit, that's also your time to stock up on your brands and your essentials, and, have a barrel sent back to your home in Grenada. So that was really good info. We talked a little bit about the Amazon syndrome, as she called it, of wanting things shipped fast, delivered, at a click of a button, and things just don't work that way over there. So that was really good information that, I knew, but no, you really need to know. And we also talked about, just the lifestyle, the pace of Grenada, things I knew, things I didn't know, and, just how beautiful a country it is, and, what my hopes were, what my dreams are. And I'm super, super excited, and called my mother and told her about the conversation with Aunt A, and, my mom is super excited for me as well. And it's just really coming along. So the next stop is contact the lawyers, get that moving, get that fee paid so they can help me with the first step as they see fit in their wisdom, and really get help and assistance to maneuver this bureaucracy. Okay, well, that was short and sweet. Thank you so much for listening. Please like, comment, and subscribe. That really continues to help my channel grow. And I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.